Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It is Friday, the last day before Thanksgiving holidays in the U.S. We'll see what we get today. We've got a lot of gap ups. It should be an interesting, fun day today. Let me lower this music a little bit so you all can hear me. There we go. So what's up, team? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? I posted my watch list a little bit. We can keep an eye on that, see what we got. We had somebody crying to me yesterday about my stance on cannabis. They were whining and upset about my stance on cannabis. But I'm really not going to back down from that. I believe what I believe on it. And if they disagree with me, they're welcome to unsubscribe. If they disagree with me, they don't have to agree. They can have their own opinion. I'm not mad at them for it. And, they'll live. You alright, buddy? Alright, so the first ones that are on my list are HIBB. I'm pretty sure this is actually just either an acquisition of some sort is what it looks like. An acquisition or a buyout of some sort is what HIBB actually looks like here. And so I'm pretty sure it's just an acquisition. Hey, Maddie. Hey, come here. Will you close those two blinds? They affect the green screen. There you go. Yeah, that's better. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. Alright. But yeah, HIBB, it looks like an acquisition or a buyout of some sort here. We also have JWN. JWN gapping up, which is Nordstrom. Hey, you two. Y'all don't fight in here. Come on, out of here. Okay, Jack, leave your sister alone. Get out of here. Alright, but yeah, we're looking at Nordstrom here, gapping up some. We also have SPLK, gapping up some, solid range, solid gap up. We got Workhorse, WKHS, which historically has been tradable for us. I don't know if it still is. Let me take a look. If you saw how I ended yesterday, I ended up like $104 in gross profit. After commissions, it's going to be much lower though. Still made some money though. It looks like I made at least a few dollars there, so I'll take it. Workhorse, big pullback here, but I'm watching Workhorse right now as well. We have BKE, which is Buckle. We've got Vive, VIVE, and a lot of these have gapped up and then pulled back substantially, so I'm curious to see where these goes. We have Gap. Somebody mentioned that in the chat this morning. Gap. We have Foot Locker here, gapping up, so a lot of retail stocks are actually up this morning. We have LK, which is Luckin Coffee. We have QGen, gapping up some. We've got cannabis, CGC, down, Cron, down. We've got AMD, which is microchip, down. We've got Roku, which is tech, up. We got MU, which is microchip, which is about break even, not really doing too much. But yeah, that's the morning I'm seeing right now. We can look at some gap downs too, like PSTG, gapping down some. We've got ENTA, gapping down, ADX gapping down. We've got the overall SPY itself is up slightly. Kind of a neutral day it seems, but we'll see what we get today. Should be a fun day. There's enough of gapping up to be worthwhile, I think. There's enough gapping up to make it worth it. I gotta fix this green screen. Hold on guys, I'm gonna fix my green screen. There we go. Now my green screen works well. Alright. So, yeah, SPY's gapping up slightly this morning. Oh, so slightly. We're not getting a ton of movement here, but we are getting a gap up. Hey Maddie, somebody left a comment that said, "Damn, Jack always bugging his sister." No, stop. Don't come on the stream. Mama made that rule that y'all can't come on the stream. But no, it says, "Damn, Jack always bugging his sister." They heard me. Yeah, she thought that was funny. That's right, Andy. Me too, man. You know. Yeah. Stock market opens up at 9:30 Eastern time. I am in Central time, so it opens up at 8:30 my time. So it opens up in about 50 minutes, 52 minutes exactly. So at exactly 52 minutes is when the stock market opens. want to change. See, the dark theme's supposed to be on. There it is. But yeah, today I will actually be using substantially larger share size. I will say that. It is time. I gotta start building this account up. It's large enough. I'm gonna be using much larger share size today. And so we'll see how that goes. Anything to watch in the $1 to $10 range? Yeah, Rich. Look at Workhorse, WKHS. I like WKHS. It's gapping up some. We also have Vive, V-I-V-E. And let me see if Workhorse is tradable for us. It is. So Workhorse, I can still trade WKHS. So this one is still tradable. I can still trade this one for WKHS. And so I'm definitely going to be watching it today. It's one of those stocks that Mission I watch a solid amount. And so, yeah, Workhorse, WKHS is what I suggest looking at. Also VIVE, Vive, although this one looked more bullish earlier this morning. Since then, it looks a little bit more bearish. Since it pulled all the way back and filled a majority of that gap up. It filled like 75% of this gap up. And so, it's just it looks a little bit weaker now. But appreciate it, Ryan. Thanks, bro. But yeah, VIVE gapping up some. Biggest loss gain? My biggest gain, I don't know. Almost $1,000 on one day. One trade, my biggest win was like $1,000 maybe. My biggest loss, a few thousand when I first got started. But usually that's kind of how it goes. My biggest loss in a single trade has only been like $500 really. So I think my biggest win is bigger than my biggest loss. My biggest loss in like a week has been like a few grand, you know. But my biggest win in a week has been like a few grand too, so. I'm also going to be looking at ST&E here. ST&E, I've traded this one before. I like the way this one trades. And so I'll be watching this one. And even if you look at it yesterday, it actually faded a few times, you know, one really nice time here. So I might look at ST&E as well today for bounces and fades. I have traded that one a solid amount before, so we're going to keep an eye on that one too. Like I said, then we got HIBB. I'm pretty sure this was just a buyout or an acquisition. At least that's how the chart looks. It looks like it's moving up, has a very narrow range after the gap up itself, and so it looks like it's a acquisition or a buyout. But yeah, the story of the day, guys, is retail stocks. Retail stocks are moving. Yeah, you're out, Ryan. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Am I a full-time trader? No. I mean, it depends on what you define as full-time. Do I live off of my trading profits? No. But I never claim to. You know, like I said, the name of the channel is Beginner Trading. And so, you know, do I live off of my trading? No, I don't. I'm getting there though. I'm doing better. Last week I made like 1,200, you know, so I'm getting close. What do I think about the new Tesla truck design? Honestly, I might be a little bit out of the loop, but I haven't really seen it yet. Let me look it up. Let's take a look at this. What? I gotta buy that thing, dude. If that thing really comes out, I'm buying it, man. Look at this thing. This thing looks like a mix between a DeLorean and Back to the Future and a Mars rover is the best way I could describe this thing. Okay, yeah, you can peek. Don't come on the stream, but you can peek. Look, my daughter wants to see it. Look at that thing. That's the new Tesla coming out. It's bulletproof and it's electric.
We gonna get it?
Let me get out of here before it starts playing it on. It's bulletproof and it's electric. What?
It looks like a
It looks like a DeLorean from Back to the Future mixed with a Mars rover. That's what it looks like.
Triangles. I don't like the triangles.
I like it. I'll put it this way. You'll get a lot of stares when you're driving that thing. Huh? People are going to stare at you. Yeah.
Exactly, so I don't get it. But they're normal like this.
Why do you think anybody buy it? I mean, people can say, like, listen, people can say, oh, I bought the Ferrari because of how it drives. No, you didn't. You bought the Ferrari because you want everybody to look at you and be like, dang, that guy's rich. That's why you bought that Ferrari. You know?
I mean, remember that guy that had a Lamborghini and like the kids were like selling lemonade and he just came by. Probably he said he probably gave him the 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a yellow Lamborghini.
Nah. Oh. Here, sorry, sweetie. Very few full-time traders, yeah, 100%. So if I purchase the $500 intro program, can I use your link to help you guys? Yeah, absolutely, you can. If you want to use my link, and so I got some good news for you too. Through my link itself, through my link today, and for the rest of this month, really, the intro package is not $500, it's $335. This is actually the cheapest I've ever seen it, and so here's the link if you want to check it out, bro. It's actually cheaper than Paul said. It's $335. So yeah, there's the link if you want to check it out, and I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it for sure.
Father-daughter day.
What?
Father-daughter day coming.
I know.
Next,
I know. Here, let me work. I know, man. I look like a cyborg, right? I look like a cyborg. Alright. Nice, man. Appreciate it, Ryan. Thanks, bro. Yeah. I mean, it's only a one-time payment, you know. You pay $335. You know, eventually you'll get the bond, or eventually you get to apply for the funded account. And like I said, almost everybody's approved. You won't have to pay any extra for it, regardless. Yeah, man. No, Paul, that's not it at all, man. Secretly, I'm a cyborg. See, look, if I put out if I don't have a light screen, if I put out a light screen like this, secretly, I'm a cyborg. You know, I let my true color show. I'm a cyborg. That's what it is. Here, Mitch is actually in here, so let me turn down the music and try to get him up here. Hold on. Trade ideas, McKinley. That's how I found it. Is it hard to day trading using Robinhood? Yes. It's very difficult. But again, I'm biased against it, so who knows?
What's going on, guys?
There he is. What's up, man? Hold on. Let me turn you up a little bit. There we go. Alright, say something.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing out there?
Alright. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear Mitch. You should be able to. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Hanging out, man. Looking at that new Tesla truck today, guys.
Yeah. Check out those bulletproof glass.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I told my daughter it looks like a DeLorean mixed with a Mars rover. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Maddie, she doesn't like it.
I heard someone say, yeah, it's a great car that I'll use on Mars.
Yeah, right. That's what it looks like. But it's bulletproof, man. It's bulletproof, you know?
Yeah, but did you see the window?
Yeah. No, I had to exit out because the link I clicked had like a video playing, and I didn't want to get hit with a copyright strike. Hold on, let me see.
Okay. Well, if you look into it, guys, let's just say the bulletproof window wasn't bulletproof.
This thing's yeah, the car's bulletproof. The window's not. You can add them. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
so the
fine.
windows in the demonstration, they broke.
Well,
You
it's
didn't
just,
hear about this?
so this thing's gonna launch. This thing launched yesterday,
Yeah, you didn't.
so you can
didn't
buy
hear
it
about
now.
No.
Oh.
You didn't. No, it's just kind of final reveal of what it looks like.
Honestly, it looks cool, man. I gotta say, it looks pretty dope,
I
man.
like it because it looks weird.
Look at the truck. It's a truck, though. Look at that.
There's a truck.
It's a truck. Look at that. Tell me you wouldn't buy that.
So the back is full of solar panels, but the real impressive thing, I mean, that's what people are talking about right now. Is the windows broke
Yeah.
in the demonstration.
Well,
Some people
the
are
inside's really cool too, man. The inside, it looks like we're in the future when you look at the inside, though. Look at that.
Future.
Well, that's what Tesla's really known for. Interior, I think. That's where it really does really good. You know, I mean, the car itself,
I don't like the way
special,
it looks,
but-
I like the way it looks inside.
It looks
but
cool.
the
I mean, I
insides
like
have
it.
always looked good. I mean, you look at any Tesla on the inside, and it looks better than most cars. It
Yeah.
has more technology inside.
Yeah.
It's like having a laptop on the center dash.
Is America getting that bad that we need bulletproof cars? Maybe, man. All right, let's start looking up some news. It's that time.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting. I mean, Tesla's actually getting hit because of the window.
Yeah, I believe it. If it breaks down on their demonstration, you know, Tesla's gapping down some. I would think Tesla would go up, and I still think this one's probably going to go up because I think people are going to buy that truck. That truck looks cool, and I think.
So this is the idea of the truck. So the whole thing is, how's it going to compete with the other electric cars, right? The electric trucks that are coming out. Ford is coming out with a truck. GM is coming out with a truck. I heard GM could come out as early 2021.
I think it's just a different market, though. I think the
But this
Tesla
is-
truck competing with the big brands, with the other electric trucks, are just a different market. I think people that are going to buy a Tesla truck are going to be a different niche and different type of buyer than the people that are going to buy like a Ford electric
I
truck.
think that's actually the concern here. And that's why. So like what you're actually stating is actually the negative sentiment concern, because I do feel like that it is going to be a different niche of truck. It's not going to be your average farmer buying a Tesla truck. You know, I highly doubt it's going to be a farmer buying the truck.
Yeah.
And so that's
Yeah,
where I think they're
100%.
going to run issues. The average truck user might not
just a
be
different
so
buyer.
interested. And it's very futuristic looking.
Exactly.
Doesn't have that same feel, that ruggedness.
They need to treat Tesla. This is how it's really going to be. And this is really what it kind of is right now. Tesla is like a high-end middle ground, right? But I agree with what Mitch is saying, where it's like you know, the people that are going to buy the Tesla truck are usually people that are going to be, in my opinion, a little bit more wealthier people. Like Mitch said, it's not going to be farmers. You know, the people that are going to buy the other electric brands may be people that are using it for utility. Where people that buy the Tesla truck, like I said, are usually going to be a little bit more wealthier people, I think. Just because it's going to be more expensive. You know, it looks cool. That interior is great, but that stuff's going to come at a cost. And I like Elon Musk, but we'll see. You know. Concept car. I don't think it's a concept car, is it, Mitch?
Nah, it's more a real production. It's going to be made. Concept cars are more like they're just trying to get interest and see if investors would invest. This truck is coming out.
Yeah, and upper middle class. That's what I see, at least. I just don't know, man. I don't know what this one's gonna do. It's tough. I love Teslas, though. Trust me. Like I see Teslas driving around, and I really like them. But
So
am I gonna be able to afford one? Probably not. Let's be real here.
Some-
Hold on. I gotta go give my kids a hug goodbye, Mitch. So I'm gonna throw you up real quick.
All right, guys. So some conspiracist kind of people are talking that Elon Musk did this on purpose. If he did this on purpose, that could mean that he just wants to bring out good news in the future, saying that they fixed the problem. Could it be true? Could not be true. You're definitely seeing the stock get hit on it. I think the important level to watch today is going to be if it can go and get some volume down here at 340s. This stock has done a big drive from 300 to 350. So this is kind of a normal pullback here. All right, guys, let's start running through some news here, guys. I can start running through my news. All right. First thing we're going to look at, guys, is going to be the Gap report. Gap report, Q3 sales beat. So what I think about GPS and Nordstrom is what ended up happening here is what we call a move that's already priced in. So if you look at the chart for GPS, you'll see that we've actually dropped for 3 days before the earnings report. This is what I mean by pricing in the move already. Because Macy's failed, Urban failed, and those stocks, they actually pulled these stocks back so that their earnings report don't look that bad when they come out. So one of the things that we did see with GPS and JWN is we saw what's called more of a sympathy play back. These stocks got hit hard for 3 days before their earnings report came out, and that's why the simplest beat got them up above those levels.
Yeah, just to show everybody the Tesla truck real quick. I think I could probably show this without a copyright strike since it's public pictures, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the real key is just what picture, but that's all that matters. I mean,
yeah, I think it's probably okay.
Or just use one of the major
picture.
sites. Yeah, just use one of the major sites.
Yeah, so this is the Tesla truck. So like I said, it looks like a mix between the DeLorean and a Mars rover. You know, I like the wheels. I think the wheels are dope. I like the windows if they didn't break. The front's a little weird, you know. I like the lights in the front. I think it's a cool concept. It's just, we'll see how it sells. It looks like the Jetsons, you know. I think the window breaking will give them more publicity. Yeah, I think it looks dope, man. The starting price is 35 grand. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad if it holds up and it's stable and it doesn't break down driving down the road. You know?
Yeah, you know how it's gonna be. I think that's a starting price. I'm sure the full package is gonna be like 60,000.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just think it's for $60,000. I don't know if I'm getting an electric truck.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not that into electric yet.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I'd get a Tesla because Teslas are fast as hell, you know.
Even then, I've ridden in one, like the really fast one, and I've driven some of the kind of the lower models, and I mean, yeah, it's cool, the boost that you get, but nothing like the engine sound.
Yeah, there is no sound.
There's nothing like a real engine sound, you know.
Yeah, I think that's part of the cool thing.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the cool thing.
It's all about it's all about what you like, you know. I grew up liking old muscle cars, so yeah. I think it's kind of hard for me to even fathom accept it.
All right, so we're gonna look up HIBB real quick here.
All right, wait for that one. Wait for that one though, because that one has Foot Locker attached to it also, and DKS. Let's go straight to retail first. Okay. I was talking about Gap and Nordstrom and their beats.
Yep. JWN.
GPS. So one of the biggest things that I saw in these were stocks that like the beat on JWN, if you really look at it and you look a little bit deeper, it's not like they beat their sales. They beat their EPS. They raised their guidance slightly, but what it was here, guys, is it just wasn't as bad as Macy's. So that's really what you're getting here. So Macy's actually brought this stock down yesterday. They brought it down to a low of almost $33. And so what this actually did was it actually gave it momentum for it to just give a decent earnings report and get gapped up.
Yeah. So basically with Nordstrom, I'll go ahead and read the release, and this is from Dow Jones Newswires, and it says, quote, it says, after the bell yesterday, Nordstrom reported third quarter net income of $126 million or 81 cents a share and on sales of $3.57 billion. Analysts had been expecting net income of $99.5 million, and again, their net income was $126. And so it did way better than expected net income for Nordstrom. But yeah, so they expected $99.5 million, and they or 62 cents a share, and they got $126 million or 81 cents a share. Yep. And then their sales were $3.67 billion. So their net income was solid and way better than expected results for Nordstrom.
So what ended up really the number that I'd pay attention to is full price net sales decreased 4.1%. That's that kind of hidden and all that. Right. So what you're seeing there is, like I tell you guys, it's just that it's doing better than Macy's. And so this one is very compared with Macy's because it's kind of the same business strategy. Yeah. And so what people are starting to really understand, it's like, let's say like Walmart and Target. They've been battling, and I actually think one of them probably can have a chance of winning this battle. But JWN did do a huge investment on a flagship store in New York. I don't know if you've heard about this, but it is massive. We're talking the biggest store Nordstrom has ever had. They just invested in it. I don't know how this is going to pan out personally. Not the investment decision I would have taken. I would have gone a little bit further into e-commerce and tried to capitalize in that area. But if they think that a flagship store is what's going to do it for them, that's what they did. They have food courts. They have food courts in here, and they think that that's going to bring consumers in. I did a little reading on this flagship store. I personally, I don't know how that's going to really make it different, but hey, if that's what they feel they're going to be able to get people in their store. I think it's like a 360,000 square foot store. It's like some ridiculous number.
It's just out of my element to really know. My wife shops at Nordstrom. I don't really know much about it. I mean, I know I have a friend that works there, and my wife shops there, but I don't know. I know you saying it competes directly with Macy's makes sense because it's the same business model, basically. You sell cosmetics, makeups, shoes, and high-end clothes is what they basically sell. And so
I think what really did them well, is the flagship store opened up well, but I think that's just momentum. When you open a new store, it's usually going to do really well at first, and then you got to see when kind of the consumer kind of excitement goes down, and then we'll see if it can hold that store. That New York flagship store, I think, is going to be very vital in the earnings to come.
Yep.
Okay, so let's move out of the retail industry, guys. Let's move a little bit closer towards that HIB report. I think before we read that report, let's go to Foot Locker. Foot Locker reported before this morning. It reported better than expected earnings, but you can see the stock isn't really kind of showing that. We did get a spike to 45.25, but the stock has already dropped all that push up.
Yep.
The stock is hanging out the lows now. So it's going to be an interesting stock to watch. It had decent report for it to be getting hit this hard. So what we think is really kind of playing more into it is why I wanted to save HIB last. And this is a real beat, guys. And you can talk about this one, John, and I'll go into specifics.
Okay, so Foot Locker, I'm reading the news on it, and this is from MT Newswires. They reported fiscal quarter 3 adjusted earnings of $1.13 per share. That is up from the previous year at 95 cents per share compared with a year ago, and they beat the estimate of 108 per share. This is all pulled by Capital IQ, and for the quarter ending in November 2nd, the total revenue was $1.93 billion. And that was up from the $1.86 billion in the same period a year ago as well. They did miss the street projection of $1.94 billion, and so I think that is what's causing some of this drop maybe. And the quarter 3 comparable store sales increased 5.7%. And so better than a year ago, but lower than expected is basically the Foot Locker catalyst in a nutshell. It's better than a year ago, so it is improving, but it's lower than expected. So it's not improving as fast as they initially thought, basically is what's going down.
So I would rate that kind of, there's always like kind of 3 ratings. So that's kind of like a positive, neutral, and then a hidden negative in there.
Yep.
And so that's what we kind of look for. And the reason I'm bringing up this is because let's take a look at what the difference between an all right neutral report into a really good beat. Let's take a look at HIBB now. HIBB, an amazing report, guys.
Yeah, this one looked like an acquisition or something, but it wasn't, I guess. It was just third quarter results.
Oh, it's as good as it gets, guys. This is what we call win-win-win. This is a beat in the industry. Reason why, guys, we are getting sales to rise. We're getting the e-commerce sales to rise, revenue growth to rise, foot sales to rise, gross margin rate increased to 32.7%. And this is from Seeking Alpha, guys. And then they raised their 2020 guidance. It's just everything in there, guys. And then they also raised the amount of share buyback that they're willing to do. They were doing 25 million, and now they're going to do 30 million.
Yep.
So I think, this is one that is definitely at least finding out their business strategy. They're doing well in this market. For them to do this well on this earning, and especially with September, that was kind of that worry in the industry. People were kind of concerned of the overall market. This is a really good report, guys. So I'm going to be watching this one, guys. The biggest support I see on this one right now is going to be $30. I'm going to see if it can get some bag buyers. We've been seeing a lot of red to green moves. So this is kind of the idea that I'm going to have on HIBB. It had a resistance, a high of 32.50. I'll look for a pullback underneath 30 to find some support, maybe somewhere in the 29.90s or 29.50s, and head back above 30.
Yep, and I can go ahead and read this the news story for this one too for HIBB, and this is basically and this one is from Dow Jones Newswires, and it says HIBB rose 6.31% in pre-market Friday after it raised its full-year guidance for 2020, and it reported higher third-quarter results. It's a Birmingham, Alabama-based sporting goods retailer, and it saw per-share earnings of $1.55 per share. Of $1.55 to $1.65, which is up from the previous $1.35 to $1.50. It also expects adjusted earnings of $2.30 a share to $2.50 a share for the full year, and that's better than the prior outlook of $2.15 to $2.25. They also put out a quote that said that their acquisition of City Gear last year boosted their performance substantially, and they also said that they saw comparable store sales increasing 4 to 6% for the year, which is compared with its previous guidance of an increase of 1 to 2%. They also expect capital expenditures of $15 million to $18 million, which is better than the prior outlook of $18 to $20 million. And they also said that it's proceeding with closing about 95 of their stores in 2020, with expecting non-recurring impairment and store closure charges of 8 cents a share to 12 cents a share in fiscal 2020. So they are closing 95 of their stores next year.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good thing.
Yeah, I think
some
that
people,
better.
I guess, some people are like opening more stores. Some people are closing a massive amount. I think this is more of a measured move.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's just going to be less expenses if they close down stores.
They know that let's keep our top stores. Let's not let these kind of stores that we got maybe in bad locations or that they're just not profitable. Why are we going to keep a store like that? Let's be quick to the kind of transition, cut some of those stores, keep the ones that are working well, because if you look at their report, there's some that are doing really well, you know.
Yep.
And so I think that's really a really good beat, and it's going to be interesting. I think the one that you can look for sympathy play today is going to be DKS. Okay, so if HIB is getting this good of a report, I think the main competitor now is DKS, guys, because we don't have any more Sports Authority.
Yep.
So
no authority in the niche.
Since we don't have no more Sports Authority, it's Dick's Sporting Goods as the leader, and now you got the one that's coming behind it, the competition doing really well. This Dick's Sporting Goods has earnings coming out next week on the 26th. This is going to be on the 26th for Dick's Sporting Goods. I think it's something to watch today, guys. You could see this one get hit hard out the open through 39. I'll be looking to short this one just based on the information that came out. So a really good competitor getting a really good beat. I think it's going to cause Dick's Sporting Goods to either come out with a really good report to keep itself at these levels, or if it comes out with a bad report compared to its competitor that had a really great report, this one could start heading down.
Yep. Here, I'm going to go over a few now real quick too. Let me see. So we got WKHS is one I'm really looking at, and this one is tradable for us. I know everybody probably remembers Workhorse. This one is gapping up from 265 to 288. And this one is gapping up after entering a $41 million financial agreement, apparently. So it secured $41 million in financing from an institutional lender for Workhorse, and it's gapping up in a bullish way to show it. Like I said, gapping up from 265 to 287. And this is one of those rare stocks that are under $5 that I can actually trade. So should be interesting and fun. I could take some huge share size with this one if I wanted to, and when I say huge, I do mean huge. Like at this stock, I could probably buy 70,000 shares if I wanted to. I don't know if I'm going to do that. My commission would be ridiculous, but I could, you know.
One of the great things with Workhorse, I think, is just the daily chart. If you look at a daily chart, when a daily chart can be measured, it usually can be traded. That's one thing that you can kind of take from this. When a daily chart can be doing measurable moves where you can see the pattern and it's consistently doing that, those are the best tradable patterns. Right. So then if you look at this one, it kind of makes sense, the drives and the pullbacks. You know, it first drove up in May, got up there to $3, pulled back to what? 150, 50% pullback, guys. Then it drove up all the way up there to $5, and it pulled back to where, guys? It pulled back towards the 250, kind of that 50% retracement.
Yeah.
And then you look at kind of the breakout that happened just recently towards that 325, and you got a 75-cent move. So what are you expecting? A 30 to 40-cent move right back down. From the 320s, you get that kind of move back down, and it hangs out where? At the 260s, guys, and holds that 250 support. What I really like about WKHS is that you can clearly see that it makes measurable moves. It doesn't always continue in the uptrend, but it definitely holds support, it holds resistance, and this is one that can be tradable.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, like when you're looking at stocks, you want to find stocks that are reliable, and a lot of times what we mean by reliable is that they just hold support and resistance. Another thing to touch on what Mitch just said is that people underestimate quarter dollars as well, and this is actually something that, to be completely honest, I learned from Sean Decknar. And I don't know if he even knows about our channel here, if he even likes our channel here. Like I said, I don't work with that dude in any way, but he's got some good content that I watch sometimes on YouTube, and or I used to watch. I don't really watch it much anymore, but Sean Decknar had a few good videos talking about quarter dollars and how a lot of times people underestimate them because, you know, half and whole dollars are a lot of times the most substantial support and resistance levels, but that $quarter are in play a lot of the time as well, and people don't really watch them for some reason. And so for that, but I do think $quarter like 75.25, like 5.25, 5.75, those are significant as well. And if the stock is around there, a lot of the times I'll base my risk and with a little bit looser of a risk level at those levels, maybe 1 or 2 cents higher, just in case they do hold as resistance. And so those levels are in play too, and it makes sense why, because they're all psychological. Those are all psychological, easy, calculating levels. And so that's kind of why people watch them a lot of the time. And here, as a good example of this, like Mitch said here, look at 275 right now. Look, here's 275. Look at all the support there, just in pre-market today. So exactly what I was saying. But also we're looking at Luckin Coffee today, LK, gapping up some as well. Luckin Coffee, LK. Let me see.
This one's trying to push Starbucks out the waters, man.
Yeah, man. This was coming from the young buck. Hey, appreciate the sub today, Sam. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the love, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button. What's up, Wayne? What's up, Alex? Smash that subscribe button, team. Hit that like button, but hit the subscribe button. We day trade live. We're not just looking at charts right now. We're actually going to day trade the open live, where you can see our account balance, you can see our profit and loss, you can see our executing platform. We do this live every day. You can actually watch us day trade live. A lot of people are going to hide their executions. Mitch and I don't do that. And so hit the subscribe button. Shout out to Pebbles Inc. for the subscribe. Remember, if you click the bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get an alert every time we go live. So do that too. But yeah, another one, Luckin Coffee. I'll go ahead and read the news for this one real quick. And this one is up. First of all, it was upgraded. Let's see if there's a catalyst for that upgrade and raised price target. I don't think there is. I think it was just recently upgraded.
It's just coming from their earnings report. Their earnings report was I think it was last week, earlier. But what it was is that I think the analysis are starting to like the business strategy, and then they look at kind of what's called evaluations, right? Evaluations and valuations of a stock is so important, right? This is more financials. But if you look at the valuation of Starbucks compared now to LK, and then you look at the pricing, the market capitalization, it just makes a more interesting investment than Starbucks does right now, up there at 80 something, where has been around for so long and they're trying to innovate it versus something that's brand new like Lucky's Coffee.
Yeah. All right, and so we're going to move on to another one I'm looking at this morning is, what was it? Where is it? ST&E. And this one I've traded a lot before, ST&E. I've traded it just multiple times, and I like the way it trades. A lot of times it holds the VWAP really, really well, like we were talking about in the earlier, in the last stock. Some stocks just hold support and resistance really well, and I think ST&E is one of them, specifically for VWAP fades. And this one is up after putting out a release yesterday that they put out third quarter adjusted net income, which was up 126% from last year, and their revenue and income rose 62.1% on the year, which was better than, and they also had better than expected results. They were expecting 155.8 and they got 159.3. And so better than expected results for ST&E. And this is another one I'm keeping an eye on. I think we're going to start running out of time here, so I'm going to start looking at some of these gap downs here as well. We got Roku gapping up. Roku had a huge pullback this morning, and it's actually since rebounded all the way back up. And then in a second, we got to look up the market news as well. Let me see if Roku has any catalysts. Hey, appreciate the sub. McKinley, appreciate it. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so Roku, we can find something here. Let me see what we got. I'm not seeing anything. They put out the Hisense Roku TV models that are now available in the UK. That's the only thing I'm seeing. So maybe that's causing it to go up. We'll see. We got ENTA for a big gap down here on low volume. I'm not even going to look at that one. A lot of people talking about Foot Locker now. And yeah, look at Foot Locker, guys. Wow. Huge drop. Huge drop in the last 10 minutes since we looked at it. So they missed on revenue, and their third quarter results topped the estimates on EPS, but they missed on revenue. And so this is causing it to drop substantially. So yeah, huge drop for Foot Locker, and I know a lot of people were mentioning this, so we'll see what happens with Foot Locker today. But yeah, huge drops here, guys. Big drop.
Yeah, with that drop, it just gets me more confirmation on that I want to keep a close eye on Dick's Sporting Good.
Yep.
And
So we'll see
another
what we
one
get.
that you can keep an eye on, because Foot Locker is going down, is UA, Under Armour. That's also a relationship play with FL.
Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and look up the market news right now. And so for the market news, let me find the ETF preview. There it is. So for market news, and this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were pointing to modest gains ahead of the opening bell, as tensions related to the trade spat between the U.S. and China were eased somewhat after China President Xi Jinping reiterated he wants a Sino-U.S. trade deal, but also vowed retaliation if warranted. On the economic calendar is the PMI Composite Flash Report for November at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, with Econoday expectations for the November composite number at 51.2, which was flat with the prior level. Manufacturing is expected to come in at 51.6, which is up slightly from the previous reading of 51.5, and the services are projected to be 51.1, which is up from the previous level of 51. They're also going to be followed by a University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Bulletin for November, which starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the November reading is expected to be 95.7, steady with the prior level. So also in some other news for the overall sector and market today, we have crude oil that's down 0.5%. The U.S. Oil Fund is up 0.3%. Natural gas is up 0.4%, and the U.S. Natural Gas Fund was up 0.2%. Gold is also up 0.6%, with the Spider Gold Trust up 0.7%, and silver is up as well at 0.6% increase, and the iShares Silver Trust is up 0.4%.
As I was talking about earlier, guys, look at DKS now, starting to get drilled.
Yeah.
5 minutes, it just went from $40 all the way down to $39.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch to see if the VWAP is starting to start holding now. Just keep a close eye on that one, guys. We need to see it break support. You need to see big volume come in the open, and that's the kind of move you'd want to see. I'm looking at HIBB also for a long, guys. So I'm gonna be mainly watching this sector, FL, DKS, watching HIBB, and seeing if I can find shorts on the other sides and longs on the HIBB.
Yep. Yeah, it should be a fun day, man. Not a bad Friday. I'm actually going to take some bigger size. I was talking about it this morning. It's time for me to increase size. Yesterday, I actually had some stuff come up, as you guys probably saw. I wasn't able to make it for some of the stream. My father-in-law just drove in town, and he had some old furniture that he's giving us. Now we got this big thing in my room. We had to get rid of my couch in here. I'm kind of bummed out about it, but I was helping him move all day yesterday, so I didn't really get much time to really focus on share size and increasing that. But today, I'm here by myself. I get to trade, and I'm going to try to take some bigger sizing, even on stream. I'm going to make my max loss $200, and I'm going to make my preferred win at least $400. And so we're going to increase it a little bit here. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. It's definitely that time. Like, if you look at my stats the last 3 weeks, this is the best month I've ever had trading, 100%. No losing days in almost 3 weeks. Just been an incredible few weeks. Yeah, like I said, we're going to try to keep it going. I think it's definitely time with that to increase share size and take some larger swings, have a little bit more fun, trade a little bit larger. And, my account, like I said, if we look at my account here, it's got, I'm at over $1,100 in profit. I'm at $1,152, so I'm at $1,152 in profit in my account. And so yeah, we got some room.
All right,
got almost
guys.
$1,200. We're going to take some swings.
In the cannabis sector, I'll be watching Kron to start making a move back here. It's pulled back from $8 down to $7.30s. I want to see $7.20s or $7 hold out the open, and it pushed through $7.50 later in the day.
Yep. Somebody else talking about BIDU in the chat. BIDU looks alright. Not enough volume to really have a catalyst. I don't think it might, but we'll
That
watch
one's
that
hard.
one too.
That one's hard just to trade. It's the spread. I've traded it. I've done well on it, but you have to limit and you have to wait for the price to come to you versus you chase a price in a stock that has that big of a range.
Yep. And I'm going to watch AMD, Roku as well. We got a lot of stuff that I'm watching today. It's a pretty solid day, honestly. We got a lot of movement today. So, yeah, it should be a fun day. Roku, Workhorse, SPLK. Oh, the other one that I didn't look at today, guys, let me look at this one really quick, is SPLK. And this is a big range stock. I'm going to start looking to attack some bigger ranges. But SPLK is gapping up pretty solid here as well from 126.80s to 137.20s. And this is up. Apparently the name of the stock is Splunk. So Bank of America upgraded them. Let's see what the catalyst is. I'm guessing this is results, but who knows? Let me see. Yeah, so they lifted their sales guidance. And this is from MT Newswires. They're actually a software developer for machine data analysis, for machine learning, basically. And they raised their fiscal 2020 revenue projections. And this is quote from MT Newswires. They raised its fiscal 2020 revenue projections for the second time this year as a surge in software sales helped beat guidance for the group turnover and earnings in the third quarter. Revenue surged to $626.3 million during the 3 months that ended October 31st from $481 million a year ago as software sales rose by 40% year over year. The San Francisco-based firm said it in its earnings statement late on Thursday. That result was also ahead of the $605.2 million average analyst estimate compiled by Capital IQ. So better than expected results, better than the initial estimates. They raised their fiscal year 2020 guidance as well. And so overall, very bullish stock. We're going to keep an eye on this one too. It's a software company based out of San Francisco, and it had very positive results as well. Like I said, I don't know if we talked about VIVE this morning, but if you could trade penny stocks, VIVE or VIVE is interesting here as well. So keep an eye on that one. CGC in the cannabis stock land is probably the more volatile cannabis one, I think, too. If you look at it, it's gapping down here from 2029 to 1960. So gapping down, what is that, about 70 cents for CGC, 69 cents. So we'll see what happens with that one as well. But it should be a fun day, man. We got a lot of movement. Let's get it ready. My computer's not acting weird either. Like, usually what happens, I think I figured out why my computer was acting kind of funny, is usually what happens is when I wake up in the morning, I'll restart my computer. And I think having to load everything up every morning before the stream just makes it work a little bit too hard. But I left it on last night, and it's actually running way better. I put out the wrong. So what's everybody else's main watch today, guys? What sector is everybody watching today? I know retail is going crazy. But yeah, let's take some bigger swings today, guys. Let's do it. There we go. That looks good. Nice, Steve. Hey, killing it, man. Nice work, bro. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, West Coast. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate the love, team. Let's do this, guys. Like I said, I'm very confident in my trading. It's been the best few weeks I've ever had. It really is. No losing days in like 3 weeks. Big gains, big wins. I'm not trading small anymore. I'm trading fairly large relative to everything. And it's been a great few weeks. Like I said, I've been uploading my trades live in a trader view so you can kind of keep track and know I'm actually doing what I am. And I'm very proud of my trading, very happy with my trading, and we're just going to look to keep growing. Like I said, I'm up to $1,152 in profit, so solid profit. It took me a long time, but I'm actually starting to move now, and it feels really good to kind of silence the haters that make fun of my trading. You know, it feels really good. So we'll see how this day goes today. Should be a fun day. What's up, Jacob? Sorry, KH. People like the music, man. A lot of times people join just to listen to the music, brother. So, sorry, man. I'll turn it down a little bit for you, I guess. But, yeah. I've had a lot of people that say they come here just to listen to the music, man. So, I'm going to keep it on. Like I said, guys, let me know what your main watch is today. Tesla. Yeah, 50 shares of Tesla is fine. I've taken larger shares though. Zach has number 1 ranked AMAT as a strong buy. Why? Let's take a look. I don't know, man. I mean, you gotta look at the daily chart, I guess. Probably because of this pullback here. You know, it's got some support right here, maybe. Might bounce a little bit initially. Who knows?
So the problem with AMAT is just a simple of evaluation. It got way too high, way too fast. Analysis came in, ratings got hit, and that's what happened here. This one got downgraded. I think it was Bank of America, if I'm not, if it was either that or it was a different one, a different rater. But yeah, it downgraded this one, and this one's been getting hit on the daily chart.
Yeah, there's my Discord link, bro.
Gapping down every single day.
All right, guys, we got about a minute left. About a minute left, team. Let's do this. Like I said, SPY is slightly up today. Let's see what we get.
Another stock on the downside. I've been seeing it show up on one of my scanners here. Dell, D-E-L-L. I'll just keep it on watch.
CGC, man, very volatile this morning.
Yeah,
we just got so much that's moving, man.
I don't trust CGC so much. I'm gonna use it to try to trade my Cron trade.
Nah, I'm opposite. I like CGC. I don't like Cron that much.
Yeah, I just feel it holds support better, and CGC has a better range.
Yeah, maybe that's why I like it more. I don't know. I think yesterday I know CGC ripped, but Cron had some nice bounces, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got 10 seconds, so good luck, team. Let's do this. We got a lot of movement. Like I said, wish me luck today. I'm going to be taking some bigger size, even at the open. Going to have some fun. We'll see what we get. But here's the bell. Good luck. I'm only here for music and stats. Don't care about trading anymore.
All right, guys. Huge quick dip in HIBB. I expected that.
Yeah. Alright, guys, so big drop in SPLK. Not actually, don't listen to me. I'm way off. It didn't drop at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. Roku ripping up here though. Roku is ripping up.
Okay, Foot Locker rejecting from that 3930 resistance. I want to see it get actually above that though. Kind of capture some shorts here.
Yeah, there goes Roku. Look at Roku team making a huge move. Look at Roku ripping up. It's up to 160s now. Roku's just been getting stronger and stronger, honestly, man. This thing, look at this daily chart over the last year. This thing has just been running. Just looking very strong. The SPLK is actually up. So like I said, don't listen to me that one. WKHS. Yeah, we'll see what WKHS can do here. We got VIVE, we got CGC, JWN. Ripping up here. JWN is breaking highs, breaking pre-market highs at least. AMD is down. I might look at that one. I appreciate it, Paul.
All right, guys, looking for a quick pullback here in HIBB. I think it can crack down to 2851s here. One that I'm watching also, one that Scott brought up, one of our traders in our chat room. He actually brought up BKTX yesterday. I actually was long it for a little while yesterday, just only kind of got like a $3 loss because I just ended up just being impatient. But this one is setting up on a flag play to break out through 760. We'll keep an eye on it. Support is 736.
Here's AMD. I'm just going to wait for some stocks to pick trends. I think yesterday I jumped in AMD, and especially since I'm going to be using larger sizing, I don't want to... I'm going to wait a little bit before the open to trade. Roku, beautiful VWAP bounce, though. Look at that bounce on Roku, man. Solid. But yeah. Just remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day on YouTube for free. You know?
There's CGC coming down.
Yeah, I'm watching CGC for sure. It's looking weak.
Yeah.
I gotta wait a little bit though. I've been noticing that my trading just gets better as the morning goes on, and if I try to trade that first 5 or 10 minutes, I just never have solid results. I might actually throw you up, go take my ritual bathroom break now, and let you, you know, check out the open. Here, I'm gonna put you up, Mitch. I'll be back, guys.
No stress. All right, guys, seeing Kron dip there. Nice dip there. We'll look to see if it gets bought up here and does kind of that red to green move at $7. HIBB starting to get some support down here at 29. I want it to come to 28.50 though. Whew. I think just spiked up there to 29.58. Foot Locker knocking down there, guys. We'll watch that one. Let me know if you guys see anything. Liking Macy's potential here at 1476. Just trying to check the volume that came in. All right, there you go, guys. HIBB coming back down here, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna put a small share size here, just trying to get a little bit. Some people might call this catching the falling knife. I'm trying to get a red to green move here, trying to buy near that 28.51s. Need a pullback here. What is our low right now? Our low has been 69, guys. So we need to get it below 69. I was looking for more of a 28.60 or a 28.50, and then I can go ahead and try to get this to move right back up there. It's big range in this one, guys. Be careful with HIBB as it has a huge range, guys. All right, guys, let's see where the volume came in. 29.51. I saw 4,000 shares there. I would actually want it to triple bottom near here, at the bottom here, 60s, 50s, and then try to do that red to green move.
All right, AMD pulls back here. or CGC pulls back here. I'm taking it.
I like in Macy's, but I took my eye off of it watching HIBB here. It did do a small time fade right now. We'll take a look at it, but
yeah, I'm getting caught in the spread with CGC. I jumped in with 100 shares. I'm going to try to scale into about 400, 300 maybe here. Start taking some swings, but I think it might fade down before I really get that shot too, which is why I took a small position at first. I want to get in up here, and I just never got the chance to, so maybe I'll get it here. 17s. I'm looking at the bid specifically here, though. The ask is way up there. The bid is not. There we go. There's 17s. I'm going to add another 100 there. I'm in with 200 shares now.
all right, one potential that I'm starting to see breakdown is PSTG. That's pure storage.
What's this SPY doing right now? SPY is reversing, coming all the way back up. So I do got to be a little bit careful with CGC here. We're going to give it a tight risk. There's 18s, 20s, 22s. Like I said, I'll add a little bit more here.
HIBB now back up to 299s, guys.
I gotta watch CGC. Might be getting squeezed out here. I'll give it a chance. I'll let it test the VWAP. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. And now this actually makes it really easy here with 1930 risk.
Well, I think I had the right aspect. Just might not have called the bottom here correctly. And it might have held that 68, not come back to those 2850s. Just trying to call that bottom there, but that's how it is with the red to green move. You got to take a chance here at the near the supports. Has made a pretty substantial move from there. If you got it in the 2880s or 2860s, you've already gotten more than $1 move up. So this is definitely one that is interesting in play today, guys. HIBB.
All right, I got squeezed out of CGC here. Maybe I got a little bit too nervous. Ideally, I would like to set my risk for these up here, but I don't think the risk reward is good up there. And so once this starts to squeeze up, I think maybe the VWAP's a little bit low. But again, I'm going to be taking some bigger size today, so $54 loss is still pretty small. It's going to take me, it'll probably take me, and yeah, I'm glad I got out of here. But it's going to take me a little while to get used to trading larger, and so just bear with me. Like I said, it's been a very profitable few weeks, and so I can't have unreasonable expectations, or unrealistic expectations, I should say.
There's Kron coming back, guys. Looking like that red to green move. It is at VWAP, so you could do a VWAP fade, but actually like this one for a potential fade back to $7 because it didn't really gain too much volume at the bottom.
Hey, nice, JB. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate the support, man. KH, get out of here, man. Spam in the chat. Like, listen, bro. People even say they come here solely for the music, man. If you're gonna cry about it because we're not gonna suit it directly to one person, you know, get out of here, bro. Like I said, man, unsubscribe if you want, man. You know, FL about to gap up. Let's watch that. AMD. I'm watching AMD for a possible fade. But look at that. So remember this level I drew right here, and these are generally the levels I'll use for risk. But yeah, I think the VWAP, the difference between this and the VWAP are just too high. It would only be about a 1-to-1 trade. So unfortunate, but still a lot of time. Gonna look at AMD for a pullback here too. And I like AMD because on this pullback, we could start to scale in if it can get down below 65 is I think where I'm going to start to scale in on AMD. I don't want to get too overzealous with my trading today, though. I really don't. I know I generally, with my system, I trade better a little bit later in the morning, and I know I'm going to be trading bigger size today, but I do think I have to keep it, I got to kind of keep myself very tight as well. Not with sheer size, but with trades I take.
HIBB back there at VWAP. Is this one going to do a clear red to green move from here, or is it going to pull back a little bit?
I'm going to go ahead and jump in 100 shares of AMD here. Yeah, Paul, like I said, with my system, man, I usually wait a little while until I take my swings. And so the trades you see me taking now, I'm taking larger size than I generally do, but I'm also waiting a little while until stocks kind of pick trends a little bit better, if that makes sense. Like, that's generally what I wait for in the morning. And so I might take a few little swings now.
Short there, HIB at 29.94s, only 50 shares to control risk here. Risk is above 30.15. Can't let it get above that 30.15. Got in at a decent pricing here. Got a quick wash to the 29.75. So let's see if those can break down and get below the VWAP now and hold. Looking for a pullback down to support, which was at 28.68 level. If it does quickly pop up here, we just immediately get out with this small share size, but I wanted to give myself a chance to make more than $1 on 50 shares right now.
My TAFs was frozen, so I immediately got out of AMD. It said I was up like $9, but then when I got out, I think my TAFs was frozen.
Just gotta be careful here, guys, with the HIBB. It's getting up there at 30.15s. Need to reject off this level here.
What's your risk in this one?
30.16. Right above here. If it holds right above here, we don't want it. We don't want to hold it. We want it to just come right back below. Kind of fake those bag buyers right here.
Yep. But yeah, no, I've taken 2 trades this morning, guys. I'm gonna wait a little while before I take my next one. Again, I don't want to force too many trades today, and I want to leave some room for whenever my system actually works. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more time.
My idea is if I lose on here, it's going to be like a $20 loss maximum, and that's like a huge spike, but I definitely have potential to make more than $50 here.
Yeah, I had 200 shares of AMD, Paul, which is why I say I got out because it squeezed down and my TAFs froze, so I'm gonna have to reload my TAFs because that's what happened. But
there you go, guys.
There we
Starting
go.
to get that drop here.
I guess it was my internet.
Starting to get a good drop there.
Market watch is pushing recession fears. Yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of pushing that nowadays. Yeah, HIBB looks good now. I like that one.
Looking for a 40 cover.
SPY's dropping down too. SPY might break lows. I think that'll be beneficial too. Yeah, Workhorse got rejected at the view up there too. I might look at Roku as well. It just depends on what the SPY does here, but Roku doesn't look terrible either.
All right, guys, holding to VWAP now. Don't want it above VWAP. There's a support right underneath it here, guys, at 29.50. If that breaks, I think we can get that move right back down to 29. So you just got to hold tight right here because it could squeeze me just out, and I'm okay with that. I'm more than fine with that. Just giving myself a chance here with 50 shares at the open.
Oh, wow, I just realized my green screen makes me look all fuzzy here. Let me fix this.
Look at CGC. That one reversed. Just looking at it, but he got a lot of volume there at 1950.
Yeah, in fact, it's sideways. If you look at the SPY is very sideways right now, and I think that's just what I got caught in with some of these, so I'm going to wait. The SPY just went up to the highs, back down to the lows, now it's bouncing back up to the VWAP. Hopefully it breaks lows.
I like Macy's. Macy's did a nice little crack there.
Yeah, Macy's bounces up to 470s. I like the tight risk, you know, but it's just a small range stock, so I don't take big size.
Small range, yeah. One of those stocks that's small range though, but you have to just stick to your levels. I was actually in it yesterday and made about $60 in Macy's. You could clearly see that kind of rejection off 1490s, and I got in this one above at like 1485s. Eventually had like a 76 pricing, and every time it dropped below that, I was covering. All right, HIBB getting some volume there in the 50s and 60s, so just got to be careful with this one, guys. Just keep a close eye on it. Not one you want to take your eyes off of it. Next thing you know, you blew past your risk point. What I like about this, guys, is my entry. I'm okay. I can relax in this because I got a good entry. All right, let's see if we get driven down here, guys. Now, here's where that downwards momentum should bring us down. So if we can get some shorters to jump in here and some longs to get out, we could break down to that 29.50. If not, I feel we're going to reverse trend and get right back above that 30. staying in it. Why? Because the pattern's still making sense. As long as it keeps making sense, I'm going to stay in it. These guys. Now we need volume to confirm. Volume to come in here now. All right, guys, not volume not wanting to break those 50s. So now we need to hold towards 29.75. A little bounce is okay here, but we wanted to start breaking down that support where it had support right there on that drive up. Had about a support here at 71. So we want to hold 75s here. We don't want to even back by VWAP. There's 44 showing up on the bid. Let's see if we can just get it knocked down right here, and then we can take profits into that move.
Look at Macy's just rip up here. So Macy's broke through somewhat. We'll see what happens with the SPY here. The SPY is still very sideways. So
all right, guys, into this momentum push here. We'll probably be taking profits here.
Nobody's in AMD right now, man. Yeah, we're out of AMD, I think. I'm not in it.
All right, guys, not seeing much. I'm just going to take it there. Maybe a little rush towards it, but not seeing much. So just going to take the $17 with 50 shares. Got a good potential chance. Maybe should hold to VWAP here, guys, but it got into that iffy spot. Gave me a Harmy candle. I do not like dojis at the bottom
Roku here. Sorry, I'm in Roku. I just got out there, so I made about $30 on Roku really quick. Sorry for interrupting you, man. My bad.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, beautiful fade on Roku. Just took advantage of it really quick with 40 shares, so a small share size.
Yeah, it looks like it could have rushed, but I'm just gonna get off it now and wait. Big push down in cannabis.
I feel a little bit better after that win. I think sometimes you just need one win to kind of get your mind right. And I think the days that are really hard to deal with emotionally speaking are the days where you just kind of lose a bunch. Those are really hard to deal with. But if you have like a few losses, one win, it's a little bit easier to manage, I think, emotionally speaking. Let me see what else we got. I'm going to put on some jazz. But yeah, guys, like I said, we got a lot of people that solely listen to this channel and the stream for trading music. Like, they listen to it to listen to music when they're trading. And so we're not going to silence the music just because one person is like, oh, turn the music off, you know? And so we're going to just hang out. I pick calm and relaxing music because we're trading. But, man, maybe I got out of Roku a little bit early, but maybe not. We'll see.
Looking
AMD pulled a VWAP rejection.
PSTG. Let me see if it's tradable. I haven't checked it. Yes. Watching this one, guys. PSTG.
SPLK. Let me check it out, Paul. Yeah, maybe a VWAP bounce with this one. Basing my risk off of the pre-mark high looks interesting.
Yep.
Like I said, Paul, I'm going to take bigger size today, but I'm still going to wait for my ideal time frame of you know, time of the day, which is usually a little bit later. It's about 30-40 minutes. I'll start taking.
All right, guys, there's that start of the squeeze for PSTG. I want to pull back here.
Yeah.
Want some kind of longs to get trapped.
Yeah, chat. Hey, can I ask you guys a favor? So let's just since I'm scaling up in size today, I do want to ask a favor of you guys, chat. Please don't try to tell me like what to do right now. It's just, to be honest, it's a little distracting, and like I gotta focus. I'm a little bit more emotional, I think, because I'm scaling up in size, and so just kind of give me my little zen moment. Let me kind of relax. I'm gonna take the sizing I feel like I need to take, and I'm gonna take bigger sizing. But again, just try not to tell me what to do because it's just distracting. You know what I mean? Like I said, just as a favor, team, as a favor. Yeah, man, the music, like I said, a lot of people join the stream just for the music, solely for the music. Hey, nice, John. Nice, brother. Netron, get out of here, bro. Buy Apple. Do it now. You know?
The funniest thing, I was in, just watching some video, like a live chat, and there was somebody that was actually named on YouTube Buy Apple.
Buy Apple.
It made me die so much. I was just like, man, that's hilarious.
Some people might not understand the inside joke. Buy Apple is an inside joke. Netron knows, he's OG. But Buy Apple, we had a guy come in here one day, and he had never been in here before, and we had hundreds of people in here, and he just came in here and he started demanding that we buy Apple. And he told us to buy Apple, and his logic was that if we all buy Apple, the stock would go up. He was completely oblivious to what the float is of Apple. He was completely oblivious to it, and in his mind, we should all buy Apple. And so he started just spamming, buy Apple, buy Apple. And he got mad at us when we didn't. He got upset with us when we didn't. And I had to sit there and be like, look, bro, you're a random guy on the internet, man. You think I'm going to listen to you? Like, listen, you might be right. You might be wrong, though. And in the end, I'm independent as a trader. I make my own decisions, you know. And 100%. I think every trader kind of has to.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the jazz, too. People get mad at me for jazz, but one thing I've learned about running a YouTube channel, a fairly large YouTube channel, is that somebody's always going to be unhappy, you know.
Yep.
If I say cannabis should be legal, some guy's always like, how dare you say that? You know, if I put on jazz, everybody's like, oh, jazz, gross. If I put on rap, everybody's like, oh, rap, gross. If I put on country, somebody's like, oh, rap, gross. If I put on music in general, somebody's gonna be like, oh, music, gross. This is part of it, man. This is part of it. They'll live, you know.
Yeah, guys, keeping a close eye on this PSTG. I like the range that it's in, and I feel like when it breaks out or breaks down, it could be a good trade. This is a stock that's down gapping big time. HIVB making its way back to VWAP, guys. Keep a close eye on that one. That one could squeeze to do 30.
I'm going to start to scale into SPLK here, just with this small share size. And if it continues to pull back, I'll trade it a little bit more. Actually, I'll get in with 20 shares. But yeah, if it pulls back, I'll start to take more and more. Just because it looks like a VWAP bounce. I like the support below it. It's got a lot of pre-market support underneath it, and I like the risk level there too. And this is one that I don't mind kind of scaling into. Yeah. Right. Right, exactly. Yeah, you're probably right, futures. Honestly, bro, it's hard to find the time now, man. Yeah, there he goes. Lloyd in here. My man. Ugh, gross. Music. My man. Alright. Beautiful bounce here in SPLK. I'm going to scale out with my little baby shears. We'll hold the last little bit in case it starts ripping up and breaking highs here, but... The sweet sounds of John and Mitch in the morning. I should be taking bigger size though. I do have to, as much as As much as I don't want to admit it, I think Paul is absolutely right. I got to take bigger size. I'm trading like a little wimp. Everybody in the chat, call me a wimp. Make fun of me. Tell me I'm a big wimp. Do it now. You know. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Tell me I'm a big wimp. Do it now. Yell at me, chat.
All right, there's that squeeze, guys. Look at PSTG up there now to 1620s. I'm looking for the volume to get in here and then pull back towards 1605s.
Everybody call me a wimp. That's right. Do it now. Everybody do it. Yell at me. Everybody, also, you can also, right now, guys, you can also make fun of me for getting out of SPLK way too early. You can do that now, too. You know? You gotta love the support whenever you actually tell your viewers to make fun of you and they're like, no, bro. We respect you too much. Thank you, team.
$16.03s on PSTG.
You gotta love the sweet, soothing sounds of the saxophone early in the morning, don't you? You gotta love it. Look at that Roku here. The issue with Roku is that it's above the previous day's close and is somewhat of a bullish sentiment, although it already faded once already. But it's starting to look a little bit... Look at this upward trend line is basically what I see right now. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be. Maybe if it pulls up, I'll wait for Roku to break above the VWAP and then pull back. I'm also looking at CGC. CGC looks interesting. Hey guys, any chance you could repost or mention the platform? Or it's not a broker, it's a platform. It's really technically it's an educational package. But Mitch, you wanna plug it?
Give me a second. I'm doing a little research here.
Here, I got you. So yeah, if you do want to check out the platform we use, I'll post that link. Somebody in the chat's requesting it. It's a great way to help support our channel. We do make a commission if you sign up, so full transparency. Of course, in that regard, we're going to be biased in their favor. But basically the way it works is it operates like a prop firm. Technically it's an educational package, and so you're paying for an educational package which comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room for a few weeks, a demo account for a few weeks, and then you get to partner with them and apply for the funded account, and almost everybody's approved. And if you're not approved, I'm almost certain you can get a refund as long as you don't trade on your funded account. But yeah, I'm almost certain you can get a refund. And the base package right now on sale for the rest of this month is $335. So for $335, you get 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule, so you can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. And I think it's just a cheap way to get started. It does operate like a prop firm though, and so there's a 70-30 split. So if you make $1,000 in net profit, they keep 30% of that, or $300, and you keep the other $700. And there is a max loss of $700. So if you go under $13,300 on that 14K account, they close you down. But in the end, you're paying half of that or less. You're paying $335 for a $700 max loss, and I think it's just the cheapest way for new traders to get started. You can actually short stocks as well, and this is the platform we're using, so you can actually short stocks there as well. And again, I think for new traders, instead of depositing thousands into like a conventional platform that most of the time new traders are going to lose their first account regardless, I think this is just a cheaper way to get started. And so if you want to check them out, great way to help support our channel. I'll include that link.
Saw the VWAP bounce there in PSTG. Really didn't like it. I was trying to do a little bit more research into the stock itself and see the earnings, but didn't really have a chance to get through all the news when it was there at 16. It's interesting play because it had a breakout towards 650 at the open, but didn't get the VWAP bounce play there, it would have been at $16 there at the VWAP, and you could have risked down below it towards 1590s.
Looking at Macy's now. I'm still looking at Roku. I think I'm going to wait for a fake out fade on Roku. So a pull above the VWAP and then a rejection below it is what I think I'm going to wait for.
Yeah, I like Macy's.
What, Dragus? Man, Dragus, you realize I'm like right in the middle of trading, huh, bro? Come on now, man. Don't be that guy, bro. Like, listen, I'm right in the middle of trading. I'm trying to manage all this different stuff, brother. So, sorry, man, if I didn't get your message, bro. What happened? But yeah, don't threaten or try to act like I'm just a bad person because I'm trying to manage the stream here, man. What was your question? Let me try to get to it. Probably just reverse psychology when they do what I want. Let me see. I don't even see any of your other messages, man. I'm not sure anybody would tell anybody what to do in the first place. Why do you think most new traders break their bank? I don't know, man. Lack of risk management system, most likely.
So sick of Comcast.
Yeah. Comcast is issues.
You could say I had a plan way before I had a fan.
3-to-1 risk reward. Yeah, I'm looking at Roku. We'll see.
All right, guys. Watching VKTX, looking to see if we can get some volume here at the VWAP.
No, you're good, Dragus. You're there, man. I see you, bro. Like I said, dude. Listen, man. I'm managing a stream with hundreds of people. I'm trying to trade simultaneously too, so it's extremely difficult. So if I don't get to anybody's messages, seriously, I apologize if I don't. Trading's one of those things where I kind of just gotta focus, because if I don't, I'm gonna miss, my setups. There goes Roku. Missed it. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this exact move. Remember what I said, guys? I said I was waiting for it to bounce above the VWAP and then get rejected below it, and look exactly what happened in Roku. So I was spot on with the plan.
Good squeeze there in PSTG. Now up there to 1625, 1630s. That one would have been a great play from 16. Only risking 10 cents. You already got a 3-to-1 return. That's what we look for, guys. 3-to-1 returns. I'll take that anytime.
Macy's too? Yeah, Macy's is up there.
All right, guys. I'm going to look for FL and kind of UA to reverse here. Start coming down, and I'm going to look for HIB to try to find support here and make its way back. We'll see what happens here.
What's SQ doing? SQ's too sideways for me. Yeah, there goes Roku though. Called it out. Hope somebody took advantage of it. Like I said, what I call a fake out fade is exactly this, where it gets... I call it a fake out fade because it bounces above the VWAP, faking out fades, and then it gets rejected and comes immediately back down. And this is a prime example of it here on Roku. I just kind of missed it. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. There'll be some other setups for sure. Looking at AMD maybe for one. I don't like the pattern as much on AMD. I'm also looking at Macy's here, just because I could set a tight risk on Macy's. I might just kind of horse around and take a little trade on Macy's. It hurts on Roku though. It hurts. I'm gonna short 220 shares of Macy's. Maybe add another 80 shares or so. No, I think if I add to it, I've got to add more just because it's a small range. There's Roku though. Yeah, guys, like I said, if anybody's asking me questions right now, I'll try to get to them the best I can, but if I don't answer them immediately, just wait a little bit until I kind of, wait until I'm not in a trade, or, a little bit later. This is kind of prime trading time right now, so just give me a second, team. I got you. Just remember your question, and I'll try to get into it a little bit later. All right, I'm going to add another 200 shares to Macy's here. All right, I'm in with 420 shares. Look at that beautiful number. Let's see if we get the fake out fade. There's 68. We're gonna break down to 60 or so here for Macy's. Target for a VWAP fade. Let me see. I think you get back up there. I don't mind target with the risk of that previous fade high, so like 127.50 or so for that previous high. A lot of times, look at Roku, man. Roku's just rubbing it in my face. There it goes. Look at that thing. I caught it. I'm partially confident though, because I literally said I'm gonna wait for this one to pull a fake out fade, and I was right about it pulling a fake out fade, and then it broke down beautifully. So even though I missed it, confidence is high. I gotta be somewhat happy that my trading idea was correct.
100%.
You know, try to see the silver lining in their team.
Yeah, that Cron fade today, probably top play. Nice 30-cent fade there in the cannabis industry. I thought they was gonna get strong here at $7, but we'll see what happens.
Who's the best trader for you guys? I don't know what you mean by that. If you mean out of Mitch and I mean we're both good at different stuff. I wouldn't say either one of us is better than the other. We just have different
Put
styles.
it this way, I wouldn't bet on any of us to win any one day. I would bet
Yeah.
on both of us to win a week though.
Yeah, for sure.
That's kind of the way I would view it.
I agree.
Because we each have our streaks, and that's really what trading's about. It's controlling your downside risk and getting into the right setups so that you can get into winning streaks, push your kind of gross profit up, and then when the down curve comes, you're able to get through it because you limit the downside risk.
Yep.
Because everyone has a downturn, guys. Everybody's strategy doesn't work at some point.
Yeah,
That's not something to get like kind of anxious, nervous, kind of fight against. It's normal. It's time to control the losses.
Yeah, everybody's strategy stops working sometimes. Every strategy in general stops working, and that's why Mitch and I are very anti-million-dollar strategy. Like we're gonna sell you a course that has the secret strategy to success, and if you buy my course, you're gonna make $1 billion in a week.
I have the 4 top patterns in the market right now.
Here, I gotta get out of Macy's. I just got squeezed out. Oh well. But yeah, we're very anti that because there's too much of that in the world, and in the end, guys, all strategies are gonna change. Some strategies are gonna work better than others. Some strategies are going to stay working well for longer than others. The longevity is going to be better. But in the end, team, it doesn't matter about the strategies because strategies change. What does matter, though, is a risk-reward system. You have to have a good risk-reward risk management system. That's what's the most important. You need to calculate risk-reward in every trade you get into and need to use that to determine how you're going to trade.
All right, guys. Now that HIB has created a triple bottom here at this 29.15. That's what I'm going to see to hold now. I need that to hold. I'm okay with a small pullback here. Small pullback, and then I wanted to wrap around and get right back above that 29.63. Head towards VWAP with some good momentum.
Yeah, I don't mind target here from Dragus. I don't. It looks like a good fade. I could use. It's just about what I want to use as my risk. Which is not a huge range for target. I'm going to start with 100 shares here of target, and we'll see. We'll give it a chance. Like I said, I got to trade a little bit larger today, and it's getting closer to that time. And so, yeah, Tesla faded beautifully today, man. Beautifully. Perfect fade. Macy's is not one I generally trade. It's a little bit larger range, larger float than I generally trade, so... yeah, maybe I probably should have avoided that one, but of course it's easy to say that in hindsight as well.
It's just trapped in a 15-minute range. That's all it is. So. Alright, guys, gonna look to see if this HIBB wants to swing back.
I might consider Roku if it gets back up there too. We'll see. Not necessarily, like, you know, super confident in that one, but we're gonna watch it regardless. What's up, man? Nicholas, yeah, best thing to do is to reach out to them and ask them. There's some restrictions on a few different options for them, so it's going to be tough for me to explain each package because I haven't owned every package, and so I would reach out to them and ask them. You know, there's some overnight restrictions for sure, but yeah, best thing to do is just to reach out to them and ask them. They'll be able to answer it a little bit better than me.
Alright, guys, one I'm going to watch on a long term for today is CRWD. Feel like this one can make a move back. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it. It's back at VWAP. It's gonna take a little while to develop this pattern. Looks like it's more of a 15-minute pattern, pull back towards $54, then a breakout. But we'll see here.
And like I said, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning on YouTube. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let you watch us trade for free. And we do this every day, showing all aspects of our trading. And so if you appreciate this content, hit the subscribe button, click the like button, turn on notifications. If you click the bell next to the subscribe button, you will get an alert every time we go live. And that helps support us as well, guys. So remember to hit the subscribe button, show your support for what we're doing here. And yeah, appreciate the love, team.
All right, guys, getting interested in HIBB here. All right, I'm gonna start it there. Look to add here closer towards this 29.16.
All right, I got out a half there. I'm gonna add this 50 shares back if target bounces back up. Bounce back up. I'm gonna add a little bit larger sizing too on this bounce. Alright, I jumped out back in with another 100 shares here for target. We're gonna add up to this 36 level, and then if it breaks, you know, the 40s, I just jump out of it. Add a little bit more. 225 now.
Okay, you got to be careful here. Need to hold 29.16s. All right, FL looking interesting now. John, I don't know, you're gonna watch that one?
I'm in target right now. Let me see.
No, just keep an eye on it. Maybe
Okay.
have another chart. I just It looks like kind of similar to your pattern, but I would wait for it to break underneath the VWAP like you like to do.
Yep.
So. All right, guys, starting to get that push up again here, guys. Looking like we're in at least a decent position. Maybe could have added on that pullback, but the whole idea on this one is to get tiny share size here, get some anticipation. If it breaks out, you know, we can look to add and kind of increase our position as we get this breakout through VWAP. But if it just breaks down here, I'm only going to lose $20-$25 on the trade. And that's kind of what I'm looking to do here, guys. It's a small time risk for the potential, the big time reward here on HIBB. There we go. Now we're up to the 2970s, guys.
I don't know if my Thinkorswim chart froze or what happened. Okay, there it goes.
Okay, guys, let it come to VWAP, guys. 79s, 2979s, 2978. And then when we get to there, we need it to come back and at least hold 2950. That's going to be confirmation for us. And it should start pushing through the VWAP, getting to $30. $30 I would consider a squeeze point where it could definitely flip right back to being a bullish chart and pushing up.
All right, so like I said, I'm trading bigger. Like I said, I would. I'm in with 325 shares of Target. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, still down, very small relative to my account right now. So we're going to give it a shot here. My average right now in this trade is 25 or 26. So not too bad. We're going to look for this VWAP area to hold as resistance here, and we're going to use the 41 level as our risk. So it's still small risk, pretty small. We'll give it a chance though.
There you go, Foot Locker breaking below VWAP. We'll look for that one to bounce back up to 3930s, and then I could short that one.
Very close to getting risked out here. I don't think Thinkorswim's charts are working very well right now. Luckily, we got this rejection back down there, which is great, but the charts are a little. Let me see if I can.
A little laggy.
The charts. Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
But yeah, like I said, the goal of it today is to scale up. And yeah, I mean, Paul, 325 might look small, but it's a big range stock. And so I'm going to take my swing with it. And I think it'll be plenty big enough for me right now. That way, if I do get into the profits, I could take about 200 shares off quickly. Going to look for that 127.10 level to take profits.
All right, guys, order out here to add on the pullback towards 2945s, 2950s. If this stock just decides to squeeze through the VWAP, that's going to be great for us, and then we'll look for the VWAP bounce.
Let me upgrade my quote speed here. Oh, my quote speed's real time. Weird. Maybe Thinkorswim's just lagging.
Could just be that kind of day.
Yeah. I just have to watch the TEFs level 2. That's what I really got to base it off of now, I think.
Yep.
So we got a nice fade so far.
I gotcha. I can keep an eye on it at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. My risk is way up there. And
Target?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Looks really good on a 5-minute chart. I like it.
Yeah, I still got a lot of room, and I'm still relatively comfortable in it. But
big support underneath it at 2650.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is that you got to just be okay with losing whatever you're going to lose in the trade. And I think accepting a losing trade and accepting what you're going to lose prior to that is one of the keys. Because if you could accept your loss, you know, like I said, I know I've been accurate enough with my trading that I'm going to be able to rebound from whatever happens. And I think that is a big thing with the mental part of trading. And that's why you shouldn't trade with what you can't afford to lose. Because 100%. If you can't afford to lose it, you're going to be making the wrong decisions. You're going to make bad decisions, so to speak. And I think that making the right decisions is an integral part of trading. there's 19, 16s. We'll see if the spread can even out a little bit. Maybe he got a little greedy there, but still about break even.
Yeah, CRWD starting to create a long-term pennant pattern. I'm gonna keep a close eye on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's Friday, guys. Market's usually a little bit dull on Fridays. I wouldn't
There you
expect
go.
too much on Fridays.
There you go,
Today
guys.
wasn't that bad, but the market a little bit dull today, team.
Just got some pretty good volume there in HIBB at 1011. We got 2950. We got 11,000 shares. Then we got a re-add in this kind of 60s and 59 areas. Now we're up there to the 80s and squeezing big, guys. We're gonna look to add here, guys, but I want it to come to 30 with big volume. Show me confirmation before I start trying to add to this position and nail it down. We need it to come to bullish terms above VWAP and holding.
Which one are you in?
HIBB.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a smaller share size for right now. Looking to add into it. Right now it's only 50 shares, guys. Stock had a huge range. So one of the key things is with me in this one is I don't mind getting an entry as long as I can control risk.
Yeah, I could probably make this. Yeah, there we go. So you can kind of see both of our.
All right, guys. One of the ones you can watch for a potential squeeze is going to be JWN. JWN reversed that bearish pattern that it was in today. The VWAP is going to be very vital to this stock now. 37.24. I think if you see that hold on this pullback, you could start getting that momentum push right back up there. But just mentioning that one. All right, let's see if we get an add here at 45s. Willing to add in HIBB. I know it came to VWAP and rejected VWAP, but I'm more than willing to add as I've seen bag buyers at 29.50s.
Alright, so I'm getting squeezed up a little bit here with Target. Still very early, and it's right around the VWAP. I do have to watch the SPY, though, because the SPY's right up there testing the VWAP, and I think I just got to base my risk off of that 40 level here.
Alright, got to be careful with this one, guys. This one just took a downturn. It needs to hold the support.
I'm out. So I got squeezed out. $108 down on the day, which again, my max loss on the day is 200, so I'm still a lot of room. I just don't want to get in for the test, and I think I might have gotten caught with the moving up trend line there.
All right, guys, got to pay attention to this one. This one's starting to get really fast moving here. HIBB.
Mitch is long, Gideon.
Yeah, long.
Is Tesla worth a short of the VWAP? Maybe so. Let me look. Hold on. Let me throw Mitch up since I'm out of my trade.
All right, guys, just got to stick to this low here. You see this low line I have drawn? Need to stick towards that low right now. Should be 25, not 27. We want to see this trend line here start holding. As long as that trend line can hold, we broke out of this pattern, and we want to see it recollect volume here in the 50s and push up to the 30. One of the things I like is at least I got a pullback entry here, guys. I actually lowered my average cost here. Have a good measured risk here from 29.50s to 29.25s, about a $25 to $30 risk for potential to easily make $100 on this trade.
Yeah, I'm looking at Tesla. It's at the VWAP. The only problem is like Tesla just put out that truck news, and I think even though it dropped originally because of the window, I think that that's going to cause somewhat of a bullish sentiment on it. And I just don't know if I feel confident in shorting Tesla right now. Oh man.
This is definitely just going to be my trade of the day, guys. So let's try to let it work here. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, get out of here. Control your mental capital, and that's really the key. A lot of trading is getting in here, using your strength when you have it. That means being in the zone and kind of sticking to your trade. And then when it doesn't work out and you know you're not in the zone, it's not going well, it's more about cutting it early than it is about fighting through the down days, because when you fight the down days, that's when you really get in a rut and you start pushing way too hard. This is a 365 game, guys. It's the year-long game. Every year. So take a look at that. Take that mentality. It doesn't need to be all on one trade, and you also can't risk all your money on one trade.
Yep. Yeah, you don't have to win every day. You really don't. And like I said, I think sometimes green streaks like I'm on right now can hurt your trading to a certain extent. But in the end, guys, you know, losing days, weeks, months are probably going to happen. And, you know, you got to be able to accept that. SPY crashing down here. Look at the SPY breaking lows. Just broke the lows of the day. It's down at 310.50s. I think some type of catalyst had to come out maybe for this. Maybe not. Maybe it just broke the lows. But the SPY just crashed down. Let me see.
I know we had China support article this morning. See if maybe Trump came out with something against that.
Oh, so the numbers just came out.
Numbers. There you go.
Yeah. Manufacturing numbers, I think.
All right, guys, up here towards the 75 here. Let's see if we can break out towards 30 here, guys. Don't want it below 29.50s now. If it gets below 29.50s, I'm just going to step out and look to get back in. So this is the real key here, guys. It's now starting to try to get to that point where we can really kind of get into the great position, good probability, but not let it hurt us if it goes against us now. It's what I've been trying to work on, guys. Getting myself in great positions, probability, but then also if it doesn't work, don't try to fight it. Just get out.
Yep.
All right, guys, there's that pop towards 29, almost to the 30s. That's exactly what I wanted to see, guys. So now I'm going to put out an order towards the 75 or 70 mark, which is at the VWAP, to look to add another 100 shares. If I get it, I get it. If not, then it's okay. Looking for a pullback here, guys. Now I can move this line up that I was risking, and I'm going to move it up to 50 because that's where I want to start holding to. So we started getting that momentum push here on this kind of curve action here. I'll draw a circle where you shouldn't see the momentum kind of change through, which is that area now. And so since we had that trend line that was holding on that pullback, we should see that start holding well here. All right, maybe get a pullback here to 68, and then we can hit another ad. Got to pay attention. You have to be really quick here when you're trading a stock like this, because the ask level and the bid level moves so fast. If you're using market orders, you have to be extremely careful. How we doing out there, traders? All right, guys, here's that pullback towards that 68 level. Let's see if it can hold on the ask for 68. And I don't mind hitting an ad, and I'd probably be near 55, 58 with 200 shares and can risk off the 50. but trying to get the right pricing here, guys. The low of that breakout candle was 67. There's 62 on the bid with the 71 on the ask. Let's see if we can get that 67 or 68 to show up on the ask. The line on the top of the red box or green box, I'm not sure I understand that question. Do you understand that question, John? KH.
No, sorry, my bad. I'm shorting Target again, and I've been in it. I made a little bit on Tesla. I'm shorting Target right now. Sorry, let me look at it in a second.
No, you're good. You're good. It's just a question I was a little bit confused on. If you want, elaborate, KH, on what do you mean by the chart, the top of the red or green box? What does that mean?
All right, I'm out. So yeah, so I just nailed a nice Target trade that actually redeemed me on the day. I'm only down $32 on the day now, so I made a little bit on Tesla's drop, and this is what I really did here, guys, is that I saw the SPY drop. I saw the SPY start to crash, and then once I saw the SPY crashing, I saw Tesla come back below the VWAP for a fake out fade. I shorted into that bounce, and then I saw Tesla start to drop as well, and I jumped in with a few shares of that. So I actually got myself green technically on Tesla. Let me show you guys my screen real quick. Yeah, so look, I got myself 25 cents green on Tesla, on Target. So I redeemed that whole last trade. I took 500 shares this time instead of 400, and yeah, I'll take it. But I wanted to kind of do it off stream. I could feel myself getting a little emotional, and so I decided to do it off stream. But yeah, here's my trade log for the day. Still down a little bit, but it's still early. We still got time. My bad, Mitch. Go ahead. So what was the question on?
It was by KH. You can maybe scroll up and read it a little bit. All right, guys. At least I think I'm in a great opportunity here. Either this is going to go really great, or it's going to go red, and then we'll be kind of break even or low red day for the day. And this is the kind of positions that I want to be in every single day. This week has been a lot better for me. I've had 3 winning days, 1 small red day. So really trying to get into a position where I start, getting those great wins.
Yeah, so selling pressure is when it has a top wick. If it has an up wick, we call it's selling pressure. It means it's pushing it down. If it has a big bottom wick, a big down wick, then it's buying pressure. It's pushing it up. And so that's the difference. So that's what wicks mean. So when you see a big wick on the top of the candle, that means that's selling or downward pressure. And when you see a big wick on the bottom of the candle, it means buying pressure.
All right, guys, at least happy with that confirmation right there, guys. So at least I got kind of a harmy candle, doji, right there at the bottom there at 68, guys, and that's where we wanted to see it hold. I bought an extra 50 at 29.67, so let's see if we can get that breakout through 30 here. Want it to above VWAP now, guys. Needs to hold that low. Keeps kind of creating what we call higher lows, and that's what I want to see here. Higher low, higher low, higher low, and then breakout. I'll kind of draw the V here. Give it an opportunity here, guys. I'll look to see if it holds and just breaks out right here. This is definitely more of a kind of bigger range trade. Some traders could be in this with bigger size and try to get half or a quarter of the move, but I just feel that's just too risky in my sense. My emotions would be riding way too high if I came in this stock right now with, let's say, 1,000 shares. Even though I've been calling good lows and highs, I've been taking smaller share size to control the emotions and try to master the trade.
Yeah, I think you've been doing a lot better, brother. And I think sometimes you got to switch it up like that, and that it definitely helps when you do.
Yeah, just start controlling the emotional side. The only best way to do that is to limit the share size and limit your downside risk. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. and you can usually draw quicker kind of emotions and stick to your strategy when you use smaller share size. When you use bigger share size, the emotions run so high that you start questioning even your strategy. You question if it's going to work. You get into that what we call the win or loss game, where you're thinking I might win on this trade or I might lose on this trade, and that's really not the way we want to be trading, guys. We want to have that mentality that we're just sticking to our system. We're trying to find our system, trade that continuously, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and not attach emotion towards the win and loss.
Yep. I might
It's
get
the hardest
squeezed out
thing.
of.
I think it's the hardest thing at the end of the day in trading, is realizing how to take emotion away from wins, and then also take emotion away from losses, because everyone gets excited when they win and everyone doesn't like when they lose. So you have to learn to adapt.
I might get squeezed out of target right here. We'll see. It's close. I added to it, but we'll give it a chance here. But yeah, target's just it's tough. Maybe I stayed a little bit too long
guys,
in it. I'm
big
gonna see.
rejection there, guys. I'm about to get out. Has to hold 45 here. That was that low right there. There you go. It held it for a second there. Could have been a scare out, so you need to just hold towards the low. The low on that was 29.45. I'm paying attention to that on the level 2. If I see that get beneath there and sell, I'd get out. This is what stocks do a lot of the times when it wants to try to hit stops. So if you had a stop at 50, if I had set a stop there, I would have got stopped out and got 45. So that's why we tend not to use kind of system stops. We use kind of our own stop that we decide.
Sorry, get it. My bad, man. Let me just look at CGC.
All right, gotta be careful here, guys. This heads down here. It's probably gonna head down right back to 29. So
with CGC, it never quite got back to the VWAP. It hasn't touched the VWAP since way earlier. So for me, I just not going to mess with it. Target, I'm glad I got out when I did. I got out before that squeeze up. And yeah, I don't really even start trading my system except for another like 20 minutes or so. So I'm still fine. $80 down on the day, but my max losses, like I said, I've been using a little bit larger size today. So we'll see what we get. Still very early. Looking at Roku maybe for a pullback. And if CGC pulls back to 1890, I'll consider it too. Any suggestions on the genre of music?
all right, about to get out, guys. It's showing the 45s. Yep, out. Not gonna let that become a loser, guys. Gonna step out there. Didn't want to break out through this 29.80s. Definitely had the possibility of breaking out there. If it would have broke out, could have easily seen 30.50s and $31 on the day, and step out there, take that small loss. I'm okay with that. Set myself up there for at least $100, and that's how it goes, guys.
Yeah, I think you might got caught in like a little bit of a fake out fade on HIBB. At least it kind of looked like one.
Yeah, I gave it anticipation with a smaller share size. Was really not looking for this to break out until it broke through the 30s. We got a great momentum push here. It just washed that momentum push out.
Roku, maybe if it gets up to 157, I'll consider it. We'll see. I think I'm done with Target. I think Target's just too rangy, too choppy. SPY has been choppy most of the day today. It's been sideways most of the day. So we're going to look for stocks that actually pick trends now. And maybe CGC. SPLK broke underneath the VWAP and it's now pulling back to it, but it's still too sideways for me, I think. Maybe AMD too if it pulls back there. Yeah, I mean, target, there's nothing I can really do. It's just too rangy and sideways. Once it broke up here, that's just way too much of a move. And so it's just kind of sideways right now. If you look at it, it's one of the... in the last 30 minutes, it's just been up and down, over and under the VWAP, which means it's in a neutral, kind of choppy sideways trend.
Yeah, and the range is a little bit big for you to try to just sit in the range.
Yeah.
So that's the problem here, guys, is that since it's not the time determining trend, it can do what's called, I call them range, full range moves, where it goes up to the top of the range, down to the bottom of the range. That's very hard to stay in.
Yep, exactly. Looking at Roku here, though, if Roku can get up to 157, I'll start to scale into it.
All right, guys. Almost out of here. Gonna look around a little bit more, see if I find something, but looking like that might be it for me today.
There's 95s. All right, I'll start to scale into Roku here with 20 shares, so small. Yeah, it's got a huge range, man. Uber. Yeah, I'll check out Uber. Uber is still sideways. That opening move for the first 30 minutes of the open makes it really difficult to determine the trend, unfortunately, for Uber. We'll see. But, yeah, like I said, that opening move just kind of makes it difficult.
All right, traders, I'm going to go ahead and take a second here, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the package that we trade with TradeNet, guys. It's actually a funded account program. You know, you can trade as much as you want to trade with no PDT. One of the things I love about it is it gives me an ability to long and short like I did today on HIBB. I'm not sure if there was borrows put on HIBB, but definitely today I was able to use both of my strategies here, guys. I was able to use a red to green and also a fade on this one. The fade might have worked out better, but at the end of the day, what TradeNet gave me the ability to do is use the strategies that I want to use. And that's always going to be an advantage. I always say, look towards the advantage, guys. Look to a broker or a package that's going to help you trade the strategies that you want to trade with low commission and going to help you out. How can TradeNet help? Is that it has chat rooms, it has a trading program with it. It's going to give you an ability also. You can always call them. I've had great talks with I wouldn't call them advisors, but kind of account managers on TradeNet about risk management, and they're pretty chill. You know, they're pretty chill. They've always talked to me about how that really is the key in the end. I've gotten multiple calls on, hey, how can we better help you risk manage? And so that's really the key, guys, always, guys, in trading. It's learning your risk management and trying to trade the trades that you can do with low commission size and be able to trade the stocks that you want to trade versus being limited, like restrictions and stuff like that.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, and like I said, I think the bundle makes a lot of sense. You can get no PDT. There's no PDT, so you can day trade as much as you want. You could short stocks, and that's just rare for, you know, that bundle. It's the cheapest around, I think, and the fact that new traders can short stocks is ridiculously cheap. You can short, you can day trade with no PDT. The base package alone, once you're approved, comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with, and so I think it just makes sense. I think it just makes a lot of sense. And so yeah, if y'all want to use that and help support our channel, of course, we make a commission if you sign up through us, and so we're biased in that regard. But yeah, if you want to help support us, there's the link. And like I said, I think it's just the cheapest around, you know.
All right, guys, I'm going to set an alert for HIBB at $30. If it hits $30 today, sometime later on in the market, I might come back and try to trade it. But instead of trying to sit here and just watch candles and be in kind of a FOMO mentality, I'm going to set an alert where I think the stock would turn from a bearish mood to a bullish mood, and only look at it if my alert hits.
Alright, so I'm going to hold this one on Roku, and like I said, this will probably be my last trade on stream. I'll probably end up trading after this, but taking my swing with bigger sizing today, guys. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. Been kind of a back and forth day where I make some money, lose some money, make some money, lose some money. Haven't had a losing day in like 3 weeks. We'll see if today's that first losing day. I still have some time, but I'm also not going to be obsessed with ending green today. If I have my first losing day, that's okay. I got to accept that. I can't try to force a green day if there's not one there. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But
all right, traders, that's probably going to do it for me today. Definitely check out the video on the weekend, guys. I'm going to be coming out with a great video on how you can change from a losing trader to a winning trader. So definitely check out that video. It should be coming out on Sunday. And you guys definitely check out our content. We definitely try to put out breakout videos, strategies on how we're trading, and also you can find broker reviews, a whole bunch of information absolutely free. And I think that's always the vital key thing, is we keep everything free for you guys. So definitely check it out.
yep, I'm probably gonna get squeezed out of Roku here. We'll give it. Well, no, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it maintains below the VWAP, I guess. But now I got a really good risk level here at 62. Might get squeezed out here. But yeah, team, remember, like I said, we're going to put out a few videos this weekend, so hit that subscribe button, click the bell if you can, turn on notifications. We go live every weekday morning, and so if you want to watch us, check us out. We put out some good strategy videos on the weekend as well, breaking down. I'll probably put out a new video this weekend as well on my system. About to get stopped out of, looks like here. We'll give it a chance, but very close. Very, very close to getting stopped out. I'm letting it test, but I want to see if this... 1 second, team. Probably going to get stopped out, though, in all honesty. I'll give it a chance to test so I don't get faked out here, but... Like I said, if I get stopped out...
You guys have a good one, all right? Take it easy. I'll see you guys on Monday.
Alright, gonna give it 1 more second. Alright, glad I didn't get faked out. Well, it's back. Alright, it's back down to the 50s. Alright, well, I definitely, there we go, back down to the 30s. Okay, so this is why I let it test these levels, team. This is exactly why I let it test those levels, is because that level is going to fake you out a lot. But yeah, like I said, remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day on YouTube. We are not experts or gurus here, guys. We just let you guys watch us trade for free. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. We're not selling a course, but if you want to watch to see what it's actually like, listen to some good music, yell at me for playing jazz, and even if you hate us, guys, we might lose. And you know, if you do hate us, you really don't want to miss us losing, because that, you know, that's going to make you happy. And so hit the subscribe button, guys. There's no other better option. Just hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every day. You know, if you don't like us, click the dislike button. You know, if you like us, click the like button. You know, you got options for everybody here, and do it now.
All right, traders, y'all have a good one.
All right, bro, have a good one, man. We can listen to the soothing sounds of jazz on your trading day. You don't want to miss this, guys. Yes. I scaled into Roku, yes. We'll see how it works. I don't know. Like I said, I scale into it. This is part of the system. And like I said, I know my risk, and so we'll see what happens. I might get squeezed out here. It looks like I actually might get squeezed out here. It's battling the VWAP is what it's doing here, so it doesn't know whether it's going to maintain above or below it. Like I said, either way, I'm confident enough in my trading to like be fine regardless. So like even if this turns into a losing day, not a bad day, not a terrible day. I haven't lost in 3 weeks, and so if my first losing day in 3 weeks is $150 loss, I think I'll live, and I'm still very profitable. Like I said, my account prior till today at least was up to 241, was up to $1,152 in profit. So my account's still well into the profit. I still got a lot of room, and I just gotta get used to the bigger sizing, and that might take a few days. No, I said you've got options, man. You got options. If you hate us, you can watch us lose. Like I said, I'm losing right now. If you dislike us, you know it's making you happy. But if you dislike us, you can hit the dislike button. You know, you could show it there. You know, show your hate for us by clicking the dislike button. If you like us, you can show your love for us. It's all love. You can hit the like button. You know, there's options for everybody, is what I say. You know, we're just here. Like I said, I had a guy that got mad at me yesterday because I said people that think cannabis should stay, people that still think that we should lock people up for weed are low intelligence people. Some people got mad at me yesterday. Hey, look, show it by clicking the dislike button. You know what I mean? Some people supported us, you know? But in the end, stick around. It's the Conor McGregor effect. If you dislike me, you know what I mean? You're still watching me to see if I'm going to lose, you know? Like, people watch Conor McGregor. Some people watch Conor McGregor because they like him. They want him to win. They root for him. Some people watch him because they want him to get knocked out. Regardless, they all watch him, you know? Alright, well, looking a little bit better on Roku. Yeah. Right now, the ask is what is blocking me from being green. And it's the ask's fault. It's the ask's fault. That's what I'm blaming this right now. That's right, man. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of dislike. You know? I like Roku here too. I think somebody else was right though when they said the SPY is just choppy. I think the SPYs actually helped me out when it just broke lows here in Roku. It's still too early to tell though.
You could say I had a plan way before I had a fan. Some would probably call it luck. I just call it being blessed. You ain't never did the work, but you wanna be the best.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, sir.
Never better yet. Might have had a thing for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. JB, that's right, man.
Go and get another check. I could always see my future. I bet they could never guess. Guessing they get it, cause look at me now and then look at yourself in the mirror. I know they doubted my thesis, but they doubted Jesus, and right now I'm making it clear.
Yeah, and like I said, the good thing about winning, you know what I mean? The good thing about winning is that if I lose today, I'm not even upset about it. You know what I mean? Because I've been winning so much. It's just, losing is okay, you know? Like, my losing day's gotta come eventually, right? And if that's today, it's today. Blood pressure came down? Maybe. If not, I could take some CBD or something, you know, chill out. Make everybody mad. Let me drink some coffee, increase my blood pressure real quick. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, this is the problem with Roku, is that it's battling the VWAP right now. Like I said, I still think I'll probably end green on the day. Watch me. Let's hope it gets rejected here at the VWAP, though, because, like I said, I can keep a tight risk here, but it's squeezing up fast, which makes me nervous. Which is probably the SPY, no? Is the SPY running up? I don't have time to look at the SPY because I gotta have my hand over the cover button. But I'm assuming the SPY is ripping up here, no? Oh, there we go, I'm out. Maybe I got scared out there. But it hit 170, or 157.70, and so I jumped out of it. Yeah, like I said, guys, y'all want to see? Look at that fake out, man. I gotta get mad at Roku now. But yeah, like I said, I'll post my stats. Everybody hates when I post my stats, but y'all should you guys should appreciate this transparency. You know? These are my stats. Like I said, this has been my green streak right here. This has been my green streak. Like, watch. Can you guys see that? Whoa, look at me. I look like a ghost. Whoa. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Alright, so yeah, so watch this. Alright, so let's just look at the last 2 weeks, I guess. We're gonna go to the 11th, like I did the other day. Yeah, so from 11/11 up until today, we're gonna just delete this, which is the last 2 weeks in a day. We're gonna delete this, see delete trades. Yes. We should have a few more there. Yeah, we still do. Alright. We're gonna delete these. We're gonna go to my first, we're gonna go to the 11th through the 15th, which was last week. We're gonna filter that. We're gonna name it John is Cool 1. Alright, so that one's titled John is Cool 1. And then we're gonna go from the 18th till today, the 22nd. We're gonna filter this and we're gonna name this John is Cool 2. Alright. So John is Cool 1, John is Cool 2. You see the name. We gotta import, we gotta browse. You guys see that? There we go. John is Cool 1. You see me clicking John is Cool 1. You see John is Cool 1 right there. We're gonna upload that. Alright, so you can see that first week, $980 that first week. Just uploaded that live. Wait, we're missing something. Actually, it's more than that. I'm sorry. It's $1,042 last week. Then we're gonna go to import again, and we're gonna select this week. We're gonna select John is Cool 2. See, John is Cool 2. Select that. John is Cool. You see it in there. We're gonna upload that too. There we go. So $1,308 in gross profits. We can look at my stats. These are my stats from the last 2 weeks. No losing days, team. No losing days. You know, so if I lose today, I think I'll be all right. You know, granted, this does not include today because it's not going to upload until tomorrow. Running at an accuracy rate of 68%, roughly 68%. My average hold time for my winning trades is 23 minutes. My average hold time for my losing trades is 13 minutes. My average daily gain is about 145.37 on average. My average winning trade is about $50. My average losing trade is about $30. My largest win is about 500. My largest loss is about 150. And boom, 100% winning days, team. Killing it lately. Like I said, I just got to scale up a little bit. If I could scale up some, I'll be on point. But that's what I got to focus on now, team. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, uploaded these live. You know, can't fake that. But yeah, I'll take it. Just gonna see if I bet you I'm probably in green today. Watch me. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna close it down, guys. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. We'll have a few cool videos out. If you want to know how I did those stats, you see those stats? If you want to know how I did that, watch the video I put out this weekend. I'll break down my system a little bit further, like I've been doing every weekend. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah. That's my trading today. So far, I'm down $147, unfortunately. But I'll try to end green today. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to get in the zone off stream a little bit and focus a little bit more. So wish me luck, team. Like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Confusing. Yeah, I don't have a referral code to TraderView. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Wish me luck. I'll see how it goes. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every weekday morning for free on YouTube. Oh yeah, if you want to use the same platform I'm using with no PDT rule, you can day trade short stocks. There's a lot of huge benefits to using them. One of them, look at Roku. It's faking me out. That jerk. It'll give you 14,000 in buying power with their base package. For the rest of this month, guys, it's $335 for their base package. There's no PDT rule once you get approved for the funded account. So for $335, ridiculously cheap. You get a day trading course, access to their chat room, a demo account to trade with for a few weeks, and then you get to apply, and almost everybody's approved for the funded account. That gives you 14K in buying power to trade with no PDT rule, and more importantly, you can actually short stocks. Most new traders can't short because you need a margin account and you need over $2,000, and I think this is just the cheapest ways for new traders to get started. Most new traders are going to lose their first account, and so I think that considering the fact that most new traders are going to lose, and a lot of times they lose thousands because that's what they save up and put into their account, the fact that you can day trade and short stocks for $335 makes a lot of sense. It's just cheap. It operates like a prop firm, and so there's a 70-30 split, so you do have to split some of your profits if you make profits with them. But again, I think that the risk reward makes a lot of sense, and so I'll post this link one more time if you guys want to check it out. Great way to help support the channel, and of course I'm biased in their regard, but if you want to help support the channel, I'll post this link. Hey buddy, did you have a good day today?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can have it. Hold on one second, buddy, I'll get it for you, okay? But yeah, guys, my family just got home. It was Grandparents' Day at their school, so I gotta go. Yeah, you can hop on. My wife's here. Everybody say hey. You know.
I got my switch.
Sorry, here, let me get this out the way.
Mama,
Hi, how's it going?
did I have a good day?
My wife's back from Grandparents' Day, so I'm gonna go hang out with her. My son's so happy he gets his Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, he did good.
Yeah, he had a good day. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna close it down. Everybody say hey to Carol. She's here. But yeah, team, good luck. Everybody have a good weekend. Yeah, this guy must not be following along. I'm just gonna ban the negativity there. Later, bro. But yeah, guys, y'all want to help support the channel, go check that out. You can also check out Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas test drive just finished, and so their test drive is over, unfortunately. But you can still get 15% off of Trade Ideas for very cheap. You get 15% off. You can use promo code BT15 at checkout. Get 15% off Trade Ideas. The best scanners in day trading by far. There's the link if you want to check them out. Go check out Trade Ideas. Everybody's saying hi to my wife.
Hey, how's it going? I can't tell if I wave over here, I realize.
Wait, yeah, you look like a cyborg right now. There you go. Look, there you are.
Yeah.
Later, guys. Have a good weekend. I'm gonna go hang out with my family, so have a good day. Yeah, buddy, you can have it, okay?
Bye.
See you guys. Later, team. Oh yeah, hit the subscribe button, guys. Click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every day. Hit the subscribe button.